real quickly. I want to make sure that we get this out of the way here. I want to make sure that everyone understands the importance of getting a cryptocurrency exchange wallet open up ASAP, especially all the newest members that are here, because you got a token assigned to you. And maybe you didn't have a cryptocurrency exchange wallet once you got started. And we understand that. And that's why it's such a huge opportunity. And I'm going to really break that down for you guys here momentarily. The fact that so many people don't have any type of crypto wallet, whether it's an exchange through Coinbase, Crypto.com, Binance, or a hard wallet. They're just not in the cryptocurrency space. For many of you, that's why you need to understand this opportunity is so huge, because everyone's going to have a digital wallet. So what you want to do is you want to open up a crypto account ASAP. YouTube is going to be your best friend, you guys. So you can learn everything from YouTube. So there's Coinbase, there's Crypto.com, there's Binance. We have people from all over the globe that are chiming in. You want to make sure you identify which crypto exchange works best in your neck of the woods and use YouTube, whatever video platform that you have access to allow people to train you how to go ahead and open up an account. It's very, very simple. It's like open up a bank account. So don't be intimidated because it's something new. Just take your time and follow the simple steps and you'll be just fine, okay? The next one, business time I want to talk to you guys about, again, is about making sure you have enough tokens to support your growing cooperative. It's very, very important that we talk about you getting your 3, but if you can and you're in a position and you plan on really rocking and rolling with this thing, you want to have more than 3 on deck, because remember, you're probably going to be introducing people that know nothing about the cryptocurrency space. They don't have a crypto wallet of any kind. So you don't want to slow them down. You don't want any stickiness in the conveyor belt as this thing is going to grow exponentially. And so in the beginning, you want to be able to supply them. And all you have to do is have them send you, Cash App you, Zelle you, whatever way in which you want to go ahead and transact that, the necessary funds so that you can go ahead and pay for their tokens. If you already have an exchange wallet, or maybe some of us have outstanding balances already in our Co-op Crowd back office that we're able to buy tokens right there from our back office. Whatever the case may be, you want to make sure you have enough tokens on deck to support your growing cooperative. The next business item I want to share with you guys is make sure you're joining the STM Co-op Team Telegram group. It's very, very important that you do that. That's our line of communication. You're going to receive some communication from corporate via your email, and we have corporate calls. But for our team, we tend to basically communicate through the Telegram group. And so what you want to do in order to do that, please don't send out the link. All right. It's important that we don't do that, you guys, because what's happening is that when you send out the link, you have people that are coming in and they're just basically trying to poach off of the existing community. Understand this, there's nothing that we can do to prevent that from happening. There's so many deals out there. People are desperate, looking for prospects and everything. And so there's different ways in which people are doing it. And so when they're going on, looking through Telegram and they see, 2,600 members and things of that nature, guess what they're going to do? They're going to try to join the Telegram group in order to find low-hanging fruit, disgruntled people maybe that want to go ahead and get them to join in their program. And I want you guys to understand that if you're dealing with people that's operating on that level, then you need to understand that you're not going to have success long-term, because there's no integrity there. So what you want to do is when you're in the Telegram group, you click on the blue up at the top, Smarter Than Money Co-op. When you click on that at the top, you're going to be able to see something that says add members. You click on that, and then what's going to populate is your contact list. You want to go through your contact list of the people that have signed up. Okay, this is for members only, and that's how you invite them. Do not just send them the group link. All right, that's going to help curb some of the poachers that's coming into the community and things of that nature, and it'll help us out big time. Okay, the other thing too is when a new person gets started, as a leader, you want to make sure that you text them the giveitforittraining.com. You want to text them that, because it's going to allow them to get some training in between calls and live trainings. It's going to help indoctrinate them into the community. There's a welcome message there. It's going to even show them how to open up a Coinbase account, things of that nature, the simple 2 steps. It's going to help basically enroll them in the process. And so we want to make sure that everyone gets that. And that's only for members only. So the STM Co-op Team Telegram and the GiveItForItTraining.com, it's for members only. It's not for prospects. All right. And then the last business item that I want to talk to you guys about is moving, with a sense of urgency, you guys. You guys may or may not know this, but typically when I'm doing the trainings or the upcoming locker room trainings, I allow my spirit to tell me what I need to give to you guys or share with you guys in order to help you to become even more successful, to become more galvanized in this process. And that's my aim today for each and every one of you. One of the things that I think that people tend not to do is move with a sense of urgency. You guys see there, you're 84. Literally speaking, there is absolutely no reason that as cooperatives that after 84 days that we shouldn't have graduating classes of millionaires or people making hundreds of thousands of dollars. There's absolutely no reason why that is not the case moving forward, especially now that we have the message down pat, especially now that we know that it's all about digital wallets, okay? People may not understand everything about cryptocurrency, but I think they have enough wherewithal based on the Super Bowl commercials that digital wallets are reigning supreme. And so we want to make sure that we go ahead and conquer this in 84 days and move with a sense of urgency. And I'm going to really break this thing down for you guys to help you guys understand why I say that, because as a leader, okay, this is all about each and every one of you being a leader. There's big money on the table, and you can't think that you're going to make millions of dollars and not be a leader and have intensity, focus, and move with a sense of urgency. I mean, think about the jobs that people have, and they're only making maybe $60,000 a year or even $100,000 a year, and that's really no money. But think about the time commitment that you put into that, all right? And then people get involved in a project like this, where the mathematical certainty is right in front of their eyes, and it shows you how we can cooperate together and show people, our family members and friends, how to make big time money, to gain their sovereignty back, to live life on their own terms, and they just half behind it. It's all about leadership. So the question that I have for each and every one of you, and I ask myself this every single day, and this keeps me motivated, is would you follow you? I want you to marinate on that for a moment. Would you follow you? And you have to be honest with yourself about that and think about it, because what's going to happen is if you ask yourself that question every day, then you begin to look in the mirror, and some of us have to realize that we have to increase our emotional quotient. It's not about coming here and just getting information. I mean, that's very, very simple. We all have the capacity to understand this. But the thing that knocks most people out of the box is that they have a very low emotional quotient. They have a very low emotional intelligence level. And the key to that, I'm here to let you guys know, is understanding that you have to get to a place where you become independent of the good opinion of other people. Like for years, my neighbors always wondered, well, what does he do? Okay, it's like he seems to be able to come and go as he please. And it's hard for me to tell them what I do because they come from a W-2 world. Okay, I don't get out there in rush hour traffic, So I tend to tell them, I show people how to become smarter than money, Oh, well, how do you do that? And so it's a long drawn out process. But even if I share with them exactly some of the things that I do, because they haven't developed the skill set, they haven't been downloaded with new information, it's hard for them to wrap their minds around it. And so I want you guys to understand as a leader that when you're setting out on a journey, do not seek the advice from those who have never left home. In other words, people who are in the W-2 world, I don't care how many acronyms they have next to their name. I don't care how you may have looked up to them, because they're older cousin, uncle, brother, whatever the case may be. If you don't vet, okay, let's say their credentials, if all they've done was simply go to school, all right, and they got acronyms, you need to understand, and I'm not here to knock an education, I'm not getting political here, but I want you to understand that all they've done is traded in teachers for bosses and report cards for paychecks, and they've shown they have the ability to follow through to completion. It has nothing to do with how intelligent a person is. So you want to be very, very careful. And that's why we're big on personal growth and self-development. Start reading books about money. I mean, every day we walk out here and we get in rush hour traffic to basically get some money in our pockets and our bank accounts, but we know nothing about the history. So don't go to these people and ask them their opinion. So you go to someone that you look up to and they tell you, oh, cryptocurrency, oh, that's a scam. Okay, and then that knocks you out of the box, but then there's commercials with Tom Brady and Crypto.com paying $700 million for 20-year naming rights. That's not a scam. They don't know what they don't know. So you have to be very, very careful and stand at the gateway of your mind. I mean, think about this. You guys, we have an alarm on our cars, right? To make sure it doesn't get stolen. Some of us have alarms for our homes to make sure a robber doesn't come in. Okay. Some of us have fraud protection on our bank accounts. Okay. Well, we need to have that same type of alarm system on our mind as well. Stop allowing people to seep their inadequate thought process, their lack of vision into yours. And so I want to share that with you because in order for all of us to get to where we want to be, we have to behave differently. We have to literally behave differently. And I want to break this thing down for you. Behave. Break it down in 2 words, be and have. In other words, you have to behave different. You have to be, we're human beings. We're not human doings or havings, all right? Because you already have who you be. Think about that for a moment. So you don't get what you want in life. Every one of you on this line, you're here because you want to be able to call your own shots. You know, maybe it's not about the amount of making $1 million a month or whatever the case may be, but the bottom line is that you're going to have to behave differently if you're going to have. You have to be in order to have. And understand that right now you have based on who you be. And that's why I asked you that question. Would you follow you? And that's why it's important to plug in here. All right. So this is what we're going to be talking about today. I want to share this with you guys. I don't know how many of you have seen this. It's called the Memento Mori. All right. And this is not to be morbid or anything like that, but I was talking to a leader friend of mine, and I was talking about how people, they underestimate the intensity and intention necessary to become successful. We have a tendency to live life as though we have forever. And that's not the case. No one here knows when their number is called. Now, there's some people that have actually purchased something like this, okay? And when you look at this, with the reason for those people, business leaders and people that have bought this and they put it up on their wall, it shows your life. So it's 52 weeks in a year. And then what they're doing is marking off every week. And then the average lifespan of the human being is 80 years. And so this is showing people, imagine if you had this on your wall, how quickly would you do the 2 steps and get your 3 tokens forwarded? And so this is something that some people have because it allows them to gain a heightened perspective, improves their focus, and destroys procrastination. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to let you guys know that all it takes is giving 3 tokens forward to 3 people that opens up a digital wallet who will do the same. And we turn financial chaos into financial harmony, but we have to do that with a sense of urgency in order for us to have 84-day graduating classes of members throughout our organization globally, so that we have testimonial after testimonial showing that this actually works. But the key is that we have to cooperate with one another and we have to have integrity with our word and get the job done, okay? So the system that we have in terms of moving with a sense of purpose and moving with speed, all right, it has 2 integral parts, but the 2 parts have to have integrity. The system that David Rosen puts in place has 100% integrity. If you give it exactly what we tell you to give it, it's going to spit back in form of donations, royalty donations, exactly what it says. That's not to be questioned. It's not about the emails being misspelled. It's not about, the pictures not being this way or that way. It has nothing to do with anything ancillary. The bottom line is this, is that when you go to withdraw your money, will you get your money? Absolutely. When you give the system what it said that you have to give it, will it give it back to you what it said? Absolutely. People get caught up in so much of the ancillary things, but leaders, they keep their eyes on the vision, and followers and people that aren't leaders, they worry about the ancillary stuff, and eventually they get knocked out of the game. Okay. So the integrity is the system does 97% of the heavy lifting. You do the 3%. And so the earned income I like to say you have to be aggressive. I call that the aggressive income. I know a lot of people have heard about people that are passive aggressive. Typically, we don't really care for people who are passive aggressive, right? People that throw a rock and hide their hand, right? So, but before you can get to the passive income, you have to be aggressive with your earned income. These two steps should be done within 24 hours. I mean, literally speaking, there's no reason why it can't be, but here's the reason why it's not. Because of what I showed you guys before relative to this is that people procrastinate. They think they have all the time in the world to do it. Well, I'm in process. I'll get to it later. You put this in front of your face, you'll stop procrastinating, wasting time, because you want years to live your life on your own terms. All right. So it's about completing the two steps. We're saying 7 days. All right. One time. And then you're done. Be aggressive with that. Set a goal and hit it. Okay. When was the last time you set a goal and actually hit it? So just do that for yourself in this system here, and it's going to activate the passive income at that moment in time. All right. And then at that time, the passive income happens because the system will then automate the two steps for everyone moving forward that completes the two steps. But the first step before you can get to the passive, you have to be aggressive with the two steps. And the two steps, as we know, is buying 3 co-op 25 NFTs. And then step number 2, giving it forward to 3 friends who will do the same. Okay. And then that activates the bottom up continuous flow of royalty donations directly deposited into your minted co-op NFT private digital wallet. That's willable, sellable. You can give it away. It's yours. And in 84 days, if it took everyone 7 days aggressively, 7 days to give it forward to 3 people who do the exact same thing after 84 days to mathematical certainty, you're talking about being at over $972,000 in royalty donations. We got to stop playing with this, okay? Now, here's the other thing. We have the portfolio income. Now, what's sweet about this is that Web 3.0, it's DeFi and all this kind of stuff, decentralized financing and things of that nature. People are jockeying for a position right now. The beautiful thing about us as a cooperative is that we are flexible. We can move like a swarm. However it fleshes out in the future, understand, because we're a cooperative, we have little to no overhead, we can easily move into a DeFi segment instantaneously like a swarm and take up market share. Because people, we're the value proposition. All right. So understand, we're building this metaverse. And once again, if you don't know what a metaverse is, it's basically a digital twin of the physical universe. We have our own co-op token called Co-op Bits. And there's going to be more on that later, but I want you guys to understand that we're going to be putting that on the blockchain once we get the numbers where we need it to go. That's why we have to be aggressive with the 2 steps. Our whole goal with Co-op Bits is to be the most recognized cryptocurrency and use cryptocurrency in the world. That's our whole goal. All right. Now, there's a lot of things going on politically about, the executive order and things of that nature, but this is the answer to it. Creating our own metaverse is what it's really all about, with our own cryptocurrency inside of our own universe, which is a metaverse. So I wanted to share that with you guys. It's all about moving with a sense of urgency. I want to share this real quickly because this guy here, I just love his energy, and I may have him share some things with you guys at the end if he's up to it. Douglas Ford had done this to show you guys what we need to do as leaders in terms of showing and telling and leading by example. Check this thing out, you guys. This is Douglas Ford here.
No-brainer, okay? Now, her account is at 875. This is my good friend, Tammy. Me and Tammy literally met on Facebook, so we didn't even know each other. We have no long-term relationship or anything like that. We just met, friends on Facebook. Okay, we're doing 1 token here. 1. Right. And then we're just going to hit assign. Boom, it's done. Now let's go back here. Let's watch this. I'm not even pausing this camera or anything. This is all live and in color. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see just went from 875 to 1750, and all she did was give a token. Now I want you to understand something. That 1 token just went to 10 other causes instantly, simultaneously.
We talked about it. I got another 10 years left, maybe 15.
Not bad. This is big.
Oh. Mark.
Are you in?
I'm in.
Folks, check me out. Man, I just laid the smackdown on this fire-ass training that I just got off of. We gave some people some just awesome value in terms of you receiving any amount of money and funding and donations that you want to receive without you needing to know or involve a gang load of people, and receive funding with certainty, jumping through hoops, not chasing donations, not chasing. So be a fly on the wall, look around, see some of the testimonies, see everyone having fun. The energy is contagious. And most importantly, everyone is receiving the money that they want and not just receiving it one time, over and over and over and
Okay, looked like it froze there. But you guys, I appreciate you, Douglas, and hopefully you'll be able to share some words there. I just love that guy's energy, and he was able to do that in one of his reels, and he's out here making it happen, sharing the simplicity of what it is that we do. But one of the things I wanted to really highlight is how he's showing the simplicity of the show and tell in the back office. All right, and that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. Now, we have people that are joining left and right. We're gaining serious momentum as people are starting to understand the simplicity and the fact that this is a modern day gold rush. But this is what has to happen. I want to see how many people who are bringing people in. If you're not scheduling a VBR and you're just saying, hey, come to the team things, you're not doing your job as a leader. I'm just going to call you out on that. This is not about shortcutting it. This is about understanding the value of somebody else's success, that in order to have success, you have to have successorship. And so you want to show people exactly through your example, all right, how to do it, because they're going to do as you do. If you just say, okay, I signed someone up and here's a schedule, just plug people into the big group meetings, then what you're doing is you're allowing people to hide in the herd. And you're not basically inspecting what you expect. You want to take people by the hand. It's only 3 solid people anyway. And you want to show them with love and leadership how to do it. So it's just 3 simple steps. So number 1, you buy your 3 call 25 NFTs. Many of you already have that, but we want to make sure we have more than that on deck. And you want to schedule a virtual business reception within 24 hours. Get that scheduled so that you can make that happen within 40 hours to 72 hours, because the goal is step number 3, to help people identify their 3 or more friends within 7 days to give a token to, which that is going to activate their digital wallet, which is an asset minted to the blockchain. But as Douglas alluded to, 9 other people also receive a piece of that $25. That's why it's a cooperative. We have to cooperate with one another, okay? Now, the virtual business reception, ideally, if it can be done by a leader live that doesn't affect the presentation, that's what you want to do. But we've also put in recorded videos that you can simply invite people to your Zoom, okay? You make sure you do a screen share and you press play, just like I'm doing a screen share here, and you press play and allow the recording to do it. And then after the recording, you're going to do a show and tell. Here's what I want to challenge all of you to aspire to do: to become a presenter and a master trainer. The more presenters and master trainers we have, then we're going to create a tsunami of success stories. Okay? I mean, I love and appreciate each and every one of you, the love that you show me, but I can promise you this, that my ego is not attached to anything, about how great this is, how training and all that. All I care about, the greatest thank you can give me, is for you to win, for you to become a presenter, for you to become a trainer. And our whole team environment, our culture is, I'm looking for the people that's going to come and do these locker room trainings with me and then after me. That's what this is all about. So we're building a global community here, but these are the 3 steps that you want to do quick. Now, once you do that, after the VBR, it's about show and tell. What Douglas was showing, he was basically showing and telling a little bit. So you show the current day's donation under your co-op free tab. Now, I want to make sure you guys understand this. For those of you that have a live account, you have to scroll to the left, and I will show you guys, where it's at. You'll see co-op free. All right. You want to click on that. And then with your guests that's on your Zoom, you want to show them what your current day's donations are in the co-op free tab. And the co-op free is an exact replica, okay, of your live account. So once they say yes and they go ahead and sign up, you're going to have real money that's going to show up into your live account. But we want them to see the integrity of the system, that this system, this self-driving economy, will do exactly what it is that we tell them it will do if they do their 2 steps. That's what the demonstration is all about. So then you're going to scroll down and demonstrate how the digital wallet is activated by simply typing in their name and email address and clicking invite. And the moment that you do that, it's going to activate a free account for them that will become live the moment they say, yes, I want in, and you're going to assign them a token. Okay. Then you'll just scroll back up to the co-op free and demonstrate the instant change in the current day's donation. That's what Douglas did in his reel to show people the simplicity. Okay. Then you're going to go to the personal team, click free, and you're going to see that their name and donor key is there. You want to copy their donor key. And then you're going to go to co-op token, click transfer token in order to assign the co-op 25 token to them and press assign, and instantaneously their account becomes live. They have a digital wallet. People, it is just that simple. And you do that and they don't have to know everything about cryptocurrency. They'll learn as they earn it. All right. That's the name of the game. Earn as you learn. Okay. So I want to talk about something. I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to demonstrate this in a moment, but I want to talk to you guys about something on a macro level. Okay. This is very, very important. I went over this on Thursday. I want you guys to understand that we are in the modern day gold rush. And so you guys know what you have to do as a leader. Would you follow you? Do the show and tell. Don't just throw people into the group thing. You, as the person that took the time to invite them and sign them up, you have to do the VBR for them and make sure they get off to a good start. Okay. But now that's on the micro level. The macro level that I want to share with you guys is to help you understand and galvanize you to understand the enormity of this particular modern day gold rush. I talked about this last week, and we talked about it's a $20 trillion project and opportunity. Okay. Over the next 5 years, we're talking about $20 trillion. And I broke down that trillions and billions and millions, they rhyme, but they are light years apart in terms of the amount of money, okay, that exists there. The bottom line is this, that if you spent $1 a day, okay, up into $1 million, all right, $1, let's say $1 a second, I'm sorry, $1 a second, after that's actually $3,600 an hour. That's $3,600 an hour. That's not a bad pay, right? But if you were to do that $1 a second, spend that $1 a second till you spent $1 million, it would take you about 11.6 days, 12 days roughly to spend that $1 million. That's for $1 million. Same scenario with $1 billion. If you spend $1 a second to $1 billion, okay, it would take you roughly 32 years to spend that billion. Even though it rhymes with million, you see it went from 12 days to 32 years. Same scenario, you spend $1 a second till you spent $1 trillion. It would take you 32,000 years. You couldn't do it to spend 1 trillion. And we're talking about $20 trillion being thrown up in the air for grabs. And you say, well, Greg, how is that possible? Because money as we know it is being redefined, you guys, all across the board. We're moving from a cash society to a cashless society because of blockchain technology. It's happening. And not only is money changing form, but then the other thing is happening is the on and off ramping, the way in which money is transacted. Because of blockchain and cryptocurrency, people are not going to be walking into physical banks. If you do your due diligence, you see banks are closing at record numbers because people are not going to have to do their banking in a physical location because your bank is going to be on your smartphone. You have a bank in your pocket. So let me help you understand this. The internet was huge, but blockchain is the internet of money. And I'm going to show you guys a chart here momentarily. But here's the thing about the modern day gold rush, which we are in. We heard about Bitcoin, it's called digital gold. We got Ethereum, we got a whole bunch of cryptocurrencies. But when there's a gold rush, you don't want to be digging for the gold. You want to be selling the shovels. The shovels are the digital wallets. What Douglas was so excited about, what he demonstrated was he was just giving 3 tokens for it to give people a digital wallet on the blockchain that's minted. It's an NFT. It has digital ownership rights. That's the name of the game here, okay? So it's not about digging for gold, because most of the people that were trying to dig for gold in the gold rush, they died broke and destitute because very few people hit Eureka. But anyone that sold the shovels, they got off like a fat cat. Understand what this is all about. So when you look at the richest people right now, the new Forbes billionaires are cryptocurrency. Now, here's what I want you guys to understand in terms of self-awareness. Some of you may not have the ability or the business acumen to scale a business and things of that nature. All right. Before I got involved in co-op, some of my friends, they can tell you this, that I was looking to do something just like what co-op had back in the day. I was looking for it. In fact, I was looking for people that can program all this kind of stuff, and it's just impossible to do. And then what ended up happening was that David Rosen came back around again. And here's the thing that I know about self-awareness. It's 3 things, you guys. You may not be the person that creates something, but you can align yourself with people and you can get wealthy just off of the exhaust, just by being in the room. Why? Because your network determines your net worth. So there's 3 things I want each and every one of you to understand, is that number 1, you have to identify the visionary and or the builder. What you see here are visionaries and builders. FTX is an exchange wallet. Coinbase is an exchange wallet. Okay. Gemini is an exchange wallet. They're digital wallets. Okay. And so these guys became flat out wealthy as a consequence of digital wallets. Same thing. Co-op wallet is a digital wallet on the blockchain, just has as much power as Coinbase and any of these other things. We do things differently because we're in crowdfunding and they're in trading crypto, but we can transfer into anything in the DeFi space moving forward. The key, though, is we're moving the shovels. I hope you guys understand that. So you identify a visionary or a builder. That's what David is a visionary. Number 2, identify they're building something special. Do you believe that these people are building something special? Absolutely. So is David. So is Co-op. We're building something special. And then number 3, attach yourself to it. Attach yourself to it. And as a consequence of just attaching yourself to it, doing the 2 simple steps, you can become wealthy. Because sometimes about becoming wealthy, it's not about being lucky. It's about being at the right place at the right time. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at the right place at the right time. Look at this here. We're talking about cryptocurrency adoption versus the internet here. All right, the orange line is basically the internet in its first, 9 years or so. And now we're talking about cryptocurrency adoption. And we're talking about blockchain too. So where internet was the greatest invention up until blockchain, it was the exchange of information, hence the information age. Blockchain, okay, just to give you guys, for those of you that don't understand this, blockchain is the internet of money. It's the exchange of value. And in a basically a decentralized environment, it's like an open shared ledger that's immutable. It can't be manipulated. It can't be cheated. I mean, because it's basically, it's not centralized. It's decentralized with a whole bunch of shared nodes and computers. Understand that. So when you're looking at the internet of money, that's what blockchain is. So we're looking to be the Uber of digital wallets. Let me help you understand what I mean by that. Because of mobile technology, we're able to take the internet, everywhere we went. But it was apps that changed the game. Uber became Uber because of an app. Airbnb became Airbnb because of an app. And what the apps did was they democratized, the transportation industry for Uber. And what do I mean by that? It empowered people to monetize their vehicles in a way that they couldn't do before, and it totally transformed the taxi cab industry, right? Airbnb, it democratized the travel industry because it empowered people to use their homes and real estate to monetize in a new gig and share economy because of the app. Now, here's what I want you guys to understand. What apps did for the internet, digital wallets will do for blockchain. Hear me. What apps did for the internet, digital wallets will do for blockchain. So you are here right now. And we're talking about by 2030, this thing is going to rise so much. That's why you have these big companies spending millions of dollars to acquire and open up wallets in their ecosystem. Understand what I'm saying? We are going to be the Uber of digital wallets, and we'll be locked and loaded in position for the emerging DeFi that you don't have to understand right now because it's unfolding. Nobody has a grip on this entire industry. People and companies are jockeying for position, just like the dot-com boom. So I need for you guys to understand that. Now, the other thing I want you to understand is this. I'm going to talk to some of the ladies here, okay? These are the demographics of people that have cryptocurrency, and you can't have crypto without having a digital wallet. Understand that. So it goes hand in hand. You got to have the shovel before you can get to the goal. Nearly 80% of the people who are involved in crypto are male. 20% or 21% are female. Ladies, where you at? I'm talking to the boss ladies out there. All the ladies on this line, do you understand? You can empower a legion of aspiring entrepreneurs, female entrepreneurs around the world to get into the greatest shift in wealth in human history. It's time to play ball. It's not about inequality. The game is here. And the reason why a lot of females may not know about it, because a lot of the commercials are on like ESPN, a lot of sports franchises and things like that. But here's what I'm sharing with you. The opportunity is here, okay? 58, nearly 60% are under the age of 34. Now think about this. What does that mean? Let me translate that for you guys. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but anyone that's under age 34, this is the new economy. These are the people that are going to be the shakers and movers and going to develop the new economy. So they're the players. They're the ones that's going to be feeding the monster. So you need to understand, keep yourself youthful in your understanding of where the world is going, and not just listen to people who say, oh, it's a scam because they're just an old dog that don't want to be taught new tricks. 82% of them have a bachelor's degree or higher, so they're smart people. They're not dumb people. They're smart in the sense that they are at least have a little bit of follow through. They're degreed up. 36% of them have an annual income, almost 40% of over $100,000. So I'm sharing this with you guys demographically so that you become more galvanized and understand and be relaxed. We have a relaxed intensity when you're talking to your friends and family members about this. It's very, very important that we get this done. So digital wallets in the crypto ecosystem, what wallets are, it's the critical touch point for people to get into crypto. It's like the gateway to exchange. So there's Coinbase, FTX, Crypto.com, and smart contracts and things of that nature. So the wallet, you can't have crypto without having the wallet. You can't dig for gold until you have the shovel. That's why this is so huge, and you don't have to understand it to create wealth for you and your family. And this positions companies like ours that's building popular wallets closest to the fire hose of consumers getting into the cryptocurrency space for the very first time, onboarding them, and the opportunity. What do I mean by that? I shared this story on Thursday, and I think it's profound to help you guys understand the point here. And there's a story of a shoe salesman that went to a remote village, okay? And he went over there, and after like about a week or two, he called back to her headquarters and said, hey, listen, fly me back. This is a waste of time because nobody over here wears shoes. No problem. They flew him back. Then they flew another shoe salesman over there. And after a week, he called back and he said, hey, listen, we're about to be so wealthy because nobody over here wears shoes. You understand perspective, you guys? That's all life is. It's a matter of perspective. Is your glass half full or is it half empty? Here's what I want you guys to know. Nobody has digital wallets. Only 6% of the internet users have a crypto wallet, you guys. Do you guys understand this is why it's the modern day gold rush? So for those people that are talking to friends that don't see it, hey, let them tell their story walking. They just don't know what they don't know. Nobody has wallets. So with Co-op Crowd, we built the world's first private decentralized wallet called Co-op Wallet. People, this is high stakes stuff. It allows you to receive all your funds immediately, withdraw your money on a daily basis, but also more importantly, to benefit from the emerging decentralized finance. This is all unfolding. So focus on the shovel, okay? Now, here's what I want to do real quickly. I'm going to stop my screen share here. No, I'm going to do this. I want to go here. I want to show you guys this. Okay. I want to make sure we can get this going. I'm going to do the show and tell for you guys once again, because it's so important as leaders. Oh, you're going to make me do this. Okay. This is very, very important. Now, you guys see here, there's a recorded presentation right here. So when you do your VBR, you can actually do a screen share and press play, you know, edify, make sure it's good, make sure you get excited and don't just say, hey, come on, I want you to look at something and press play. You want to set the table right. Okay. It's like going to a fancy restaurant and press play. After that, then you want to show them. It's the show and tell. So here, on this side here, on the left-hand side, you're going to see Co-op 250, Co-op 25. Now, this is a dummy account. So because it's a dummy account, you're not going to see Co-op free. For those of you, when you're using your account, you're going to see Co-op free over here. So even in that, maybe you just want to go to Co-op free when you're doing your VBR. That's something that you can do. But understand this, you want to show them right here that you see it says 0 for the day. So your guests see that. Make sure they see that. And then you're going to scroll down, and then you're just going to put in one of your guest name. So let's just say it's guest 1, 2, 3. Last name, guest 1, 2, 3. Let's say their email address is guest 1, 2, 3. Hopefully this will go through here because it's a dummy account at coopcf.com. All right. Boom. So invite. Now, when you click that invite, guess what happened? Immediately, your guests, they don't even know it, but you got to let them know that you already have now, you have a free digital wallet. Now, all you have to do is say, yes, I'm in, and I'm going to assign a token to you to activate your wallet. But then you go back up here, and then you show them how, bam, what happened. Instantaneously, that's $7.50 that you're going to get for being, or let them know that they're going to receive, okay, once they give it forward to people. Always when you're demonstrating, talk about what they're going to receive. It's very, very important that you do that. You have to help people see it from their perspective. Don't talk about what you're going to receive, what they're going to receive. So it shows the integrity of the system that the moment that you assign the token to them, all right, there's going to be $7.50. And then guess what's going to happen? Then 9 other people are going to receive a tiny piece of that $25 token. Okay. Now, you can also go to personal team. Let's go find guest 1, 2, 3. It's under personal team under free. All right. Let's see. Where is guest 1, 2, 3? Right here. As you guys see here. And there's their donor key. So I can copy and paste that. Now I don't have any tokens here, but I'm going to copy that. Then I'm going to go to tokens. Let's say guest said they want to do it. I'm going to assign token. Let me see if I can put theirs in there. And you see their name pops up. Okay. Make sure that the person's name pops up. Now, because I don't have any tokens, I'm not going to be able to go all the way through, but you would select one of your Co-op 25 tokens. The number would be 1, and then you click assign. And the moment that you do that, that money that was shown as potential becomes real and actualized. That's how simple this is, you guys. So I wanted to share that with you because it's going to be very, very important that as leaders, you have to just don't sign people up and say, throw them to the wolves in the group thing. You have to take them through this process and do a VBR. So the way in which you understand if you have momentum going on in your organization is based on how many VBRs you're doing throughout the week. I got a VBR that I'm doing today at 2:30. I'm doing VBRs. So that's why you got to do the VBRs. As simple as press play. Okay. Now, here's what I want to do. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the slides here because I want to cover something with you guys that I think is important.